What's good, people? It is Just Brandon bringing you guys another Wednesday weekly podcast, the It's Just Brandon Podcast. How you doing? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I know I am. I want to thank all of you guys everywhere, whether you're in Baltimore, Wisconsin, London, wherever. Thank you for listening to this right now, and thank you for all the support you guys have been giving me. The love you guys have been showing me has been freaking immense and fantastic. I gotta say, I got so much love for all of you guys for supporting the podcast, supporting the fact that I'm on iTunes, supporting my stand-up comedy. I put a clip out on my Facebook, It's Just Brandon, and the thing got, it reached 1,000 something people. I'm not saying 1,000 people watched it. I'm saying 1,000 people saw my post of It's Just Brandon. And to be real with you, that means a lot to me. It really, really does. I did the show that I did last week, Monday. I'm going to chop that up and throw some segments up there for you guys because the support's just been phenomenal. I definitely want to show you guys that I do see what you guys are doing, and I appreciate it. Everyone who's retweeting my stuff, I appreciate it. I got love for y'all. Don't ever forget it. Yes, so what have I been doing recently? Okay, alright, this week I was going to hit up the comedy club every single day, but a brother didn't have time because I'm busy. Because I've been busy doing a lot of things. So for example, acting. I've gotten back into my acting thing once again, and I won't lie to you, it was fun. I did a advert for this restaurant in Peckham called Kitchen 54, I believe, and it's a soul food restaurant in Peckham, and I will not lie to you, the food is the bigger business. They had chicken and waffles. I said they had chicken and waffles. I said they had chicken and waffles. They did chicken and waffles. That's enough. They had chicken and waffles, and the chicken and waffles was freaking superb. I messed up doing it, though, because I ate the chicken first because, in my mind, I see chicken. I'm like, ah. So I got the chicken. Didn't eat the waffles till last, and they weren't as hot as they would have been had I eaten them first. So, boy, if you eating chicken and waffles, you want them waffles, you better get them waffles first. They had syrup and butter. Oh, it was so freaking ballin'. I mean, I would love to do commercials or advertisements for restaurants because they feed a brother. That's a good look. But it was a really good vibe. I met the owner of it. Well, the owner was working there, the one who was organizing it. She was really cool. I really recommend this place to anyone who's in the South London area, anyone in the London area that wants some soul food. Head down to Peckham, Queens Road, K54. Get yourself some soul food. Tell them I sent you. Will it get you a discount? Hell to the no. But it will get me some, thank yous. So, yeah. But yeah, I was doing that, and it was really, really cool. What's up with the news, man? I mean, France has been hitting it, the whole, I am Charlie thing. Now, let me say this, right? And if you're on the sensitive side, you may want to turn on the podcast right now. But I'm saying this for sure. I am not Charlie. I am not Charlie. I believe in freedom of speech, and I believe in making jokes about pretty much everything under the sun. In saying that, there are certain people that I will not talk about just because they are those type of people who, and you can say I'm scared if you want to. Yo, say what you want. But I'm not going to talk about people that are classified as extremist. Why? Because they're extreme. My little joke can be extreme to them. Why? Because they're extremist. And the fact that this newspaper place, they were known for being over the top, harshly satirical, and you're talking about a religious figure who is not only respected, but they say, yo, he's so ill you can't even draw him. Don't you dare put a pen or a pencil to a pad and say this is that guy, because if you do, it's not cool. It's fire. It's fire. It is fire. Literally, we'll burn you. But I'm saying you wouldn't really mess with that type of those type of people. Well, I wouldn't, but. They did it anyway, and they did it for a while, and I'm not saying that they deserved what happened. I'm not saying that at all. The loss of life is never good, never right, never justified, ever. You should not take another person's life, you know what I mean? Even if that person's trying to take yours, it'd be best if you could subdue them as best as possible without taking their life, but I'm just saying, in this respect, it was a loss of life, and it wasn't right. I'm saying that me personally, I'm saying if I was working for a place who was actively poking fun at extremists, I'll be like, oh, so what's this article about? What? Really? You're making fun of who? What did you guys... You put... Muhammad's doing what? Yeah, I think I'm going to resign. Why? Well, I just don't really want to die. I mean, I don't want my career to die in the sense of me staying in the same place too long. I want to move because, I'm not really getting shot. I mean, I don't want my career to be shot because I didn't take the right opportunities at the right time. I know it may sound cowardly or stupid of me, and maybe I'm even being just plain ignorant, but extremist, terrorist, those dudes aren't people that you poke fun at. They are willing to spite themselves to get at you. That's like a dog biting my leg and then breaking his neck so the grip doesn't release and it's just on my leg there. And I'm just bleeding out thinking, damn, the dog killed itself. I'm not poking fun at that. You know what I mean? And a lot of people have had things to say about it. Like Liam Neeson was probably the funniest one I've seen. He said America has too many guns. And I was like, word. Weren't you the dude in that movie about the girl who got kidnapped? Which was, had a movie before about a girl getting kidnapped, which, had a movie before that was about a girl getting kidnapped. And how'd you get it back? Oh, yeah, you went to the government and you talked it out. No, you got your guns and you placed your bullets welly into their heads. You put them bullets into their heads. That's what you did, good sir. I mean, I get what he's saying. Yeah, America does have a lot of guns. Why? Because America's angered a lot of people. It's got a lot of enemies out there, and one day the chicken's gonna come home to roost. And when they do, America can't stand. They're like, well, okay, guys, I know we did some bad things, but we're sorry. Let's shake hands, take a picture, send you on your way. How does that sound? No. The moment America slips up too bad, there's gonna be countries beating down America's door, and them guns are just like, hey, you can try to step in my house if you want to, but I'll shoot you real good. So, yeah, America does have a lot of guns. But at the end of the day, boy, guns are just people's fears in terms of, like, they want to protect themselves, so they get a gun because it's the easiest thing to do. You're not going to see a guy go to, martial arts class for 10 years to learn how to protect himself and his family. We can buy a gun in, 2 hours? Come on. But, yeah. Another thing on the news, Bill Cosby. Now, the Bill Cosby stuff, for me, is one of humanity's biggest examples of its stupidity. And I'll explain why. Bill Cosby, amazing comedian, legendary comedian. He's being accused of rape by all these different women. Now, no, I said accused. He ain't been convicted of nothing. He's been accused of rape. Now, I'm not saying he didn't do it. I'm not saying he did it. I'm saying, one, he ain't been arrested for it. Two, out of his whole career, now is when they want to come out the woodwork. All of these women who picked up this one random time of the year to all come out and say, he did this, he did that, he did this. And another thing, the fact that he wasn't convicted and people are still saying this and people are coming out the woodwork. He's got protesters outside of his shows saying rape is no joke. He ain't raped nobody. Anyone can say anyone did anything. It don't mean they did it. You know what I mean? If someone cries wolf, you take it hook, line, and sinker. This is the stupidity of humans that is scary. It is scary. But let's take it a little deeper, right? So, Bill Cosby accused of rape. He didn't actually do it. Now, or he hasn't actually been convicted of it, I should say. Now, ladies, you may not understand this, but it's very easy for a guy to get convicted of rape. If they really wanted to convict Bill, he would have been in jail months ago, because there's nothing more satisfying to the media than a successful black man that gets brought down a peg because he messed up and raped someone, or he messed up and killed someone, OJ, or he messed up or he beat up a girl, Chris Brown. There is nothing more than the media loves, because they can eat that up. You know what I mean? They're just trying to serve whatever they can now because they're taking whatever scraps they can get. But if Bill did it, he would be in jail, would be no pudding pops for him at all. But let's look at it deeper. So you've got guys who've been convicted, like, for example, there was a guy who was wrongly convicted of rape. He was freed after 17 years. And you know what was waiting for him after 17 years? Money. But not money for him, money he owed for backdated child maintenance. It's like, wait. Guy's in jail for 17 years. What do you want him to do? Get a spare job? Well, hey guys, I'll be back on the cell block. I just need to go to McDonald's and do my shift real quick, because I got to pay for my, my child maintenance. You know what I mean? I got to do this. If not, then, the court's going to get me and I'll end up right back here. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, the fact that he had that waiting for him. And I'm not talking about 5,000, 10,000, $35,000, $70,000. The guy had over $100,000 of freaking back payment for child maintenance. It's like, dude, really? And remember, once you go to jail for rape, that's your life done. Even if you are proven not guilty, you're still in the database. You're still known as going to jail for rape, and getting a job is gonna be very difficult and not hard. And let's not forget about all the time you lost being in jail. Going to the next guy, this football dude, up and coming football guy, American football, Brian Banks, I believe his name is, spent 6 years in jail for rape. 6 years in jail for rape, and the only reason he got out of jail was because the girl who accused him of rape was recorded stating that he never did it. Now that girl's mom, her mother, sued the school system for $1.8 million, and she won that off a false accusation. Did they give that money back? I don't think so. Did that guy get his life back? You know he didn't. Only thing he got was, look, I know we sent you to jail for a while, and you probably had a very bad time, but we want to say we're sorry. We want to shake your hand, take a picture, okay? Get out of here. That's all you get, you know? He's not going to get picked up by the NFL. He's not going to be able to get his life back. His life was destroyed off what? Off of fabrication. Yet it's the people who actually go out and do the whole protesting without thinking about things thoroughly. They're the ones that allow these things to happen. So, boy, what could I say? And also, one more point to, one more, needle in the eye or knife in the, I don't know what analogy I was going for, but I failed horribly. But once you as a guy, you're convicted of this, you don't go out, whatever, or you don't get charged or whatever, it doesn't go away. No, people still think of you as the rapist. People still think of you as the whatever, and you go to jail. You went to jail. Now, you were in jail with murderers, real rapists, real killers. And they know from look at you, hey man, they say you raped someone, but you don't really got that I raped someone, look in your eye. I'ma rape you. That's what I'ma do. I'ma tear your booty hole up because you ain't supposed to be here and you in here. And there's no like apology that can fix that. To put a person in that type of environment for, even if it was just 30 days, it's too long because it warps your perception of things. You go in there a nice, cool, calm, collected guy. You come out this really paranoid, non-trusting, hateful dude. Why? Because your booty hole been getting tore up for the wrong reason. And don't let you see the victim on the street, the quote-unquote victim. Because me, personally, I see someone that accused me of rape falsely on the street. I'm going back to jail for murder. And this time, they will have caught me doing it. Because I'll be selfieing the whole thing. Stab, selfie. Stab, selfie. Like, where you going to go? Back to jail. At least they know this time. At least this time they'll know I actually earned the right to be in jail. I'm being stupid and very ignorant. But my point does stand firm. I can't believe that people actually jump on these bandwagons without having adequate proof. That's what I'm saying. This last week has been pretty good to me. A couple of things that was messed up, and I don't think this happened last week, but the week before last, I think. My mudguard was stolen from my bike. Now, mudguards getting stolen. This is something I discovered when I came to the UK. People just don't steal your bike as a whole. Like in America, it's a thing where they'll steal your bike, and they don't like you. They may pop your tires or something. But if your bike is locked up, they're not going to go through any hassle of trying to do anything. But out here, bruh, they'll steal your bike, they'll steal your frame, they'll steal your tires, they'll steal your freaking seat, they'll steal your hand, they'll steal your lights, they will steal your brakes. Anything that isn't bolted down and locked up will get stolen. The people who roll in this country when it comes to bikes, like stealing bikes, they don't play. They don't play. When it comes to stealing, they get to stealing. One time I got my bike seat stolen. Not that bad. What was bad is that they replaced it with a crappier bike seat. Oh, that ride home was annoying. Why? Because I'm trying to ride home and I just feel uncomfortable. I'm like, what's going on? I get off the bike, I look at it. I get back on, I try to sit down, my butt moving all over the place. I get out, look at it, and I look at it again, and I think, wait a minute. That's not my damn seat. Boom. I was furious. Not the fact that they stole my seat, but the fact that they stole it and replaced it with a crappier seat. It is literally getting shot. And then you're in the hospital, you get a card from the person that shot you saying you really should have moved out the way. it was insult to injury on the highest scale. Whoever who did take my mud guard, if you're listening to this, I hope that you steal the wrong person's mud guard and then really understand why you'll need a real guard. And I'm not talking about one against mud. I've gotten back into training recently, though, people. Yes, I'm on the move. My training is really normally like very intense in terms of like I'll do like one thing hundreds of times, like, and that's how I've always trained myself. I play basketball for a team in Wandsworth, which I don't think I'll give out any more information on that, but I think I've given out too much. But yeah, I love basketball. Avid basketball player. I love playing basketball. I love the sport. I mean, of course, it was recreational for a while, but I just had to take it to that next level because I just love basketball so freaking much. But yeah, training, I keep it really simple. Like, I say simple for me. I do 100 squats, I do 100 sit-ups, and I do 100 burpees. And of course, I jog and I stretch before that. And it's just like to really get my body sore. Because for me, if your body's sore, if you're feeling that physical pain from training, not pain, I should say, because pain and soreness is different. Soreness is when that whole area that you use is feeling worn down and sort of raw, whereas pain is a localized sensation at an area. It was just caused by some type of, something that shouldn't have been there, whether it's, an injury or incorrect training. That's pain. I go for soreness. I always go for soreness when I train. And it's a good look. I did my squats. I felt a little sore. Did my sit-ups. Felt very sore. The time was late, so I couldn't do my burpees. But that is my schedule, And I have my training. I have my conditioning set, my strength set, and my technique set to work on my basketball skills, all that good stuff. I'm getting a new phone, people, and I'm getting a new phone number. Reason being is because I don't want my number anymore. The network I'm with is not really providing for me, and I'm not a happy laddie. Not a happy laddie at all, That was a horrible accent. I don't know. It was like Scottish and went to some type of Caribbean. That was horrible. Regurgitating accents, my lord. But I mean, I'm definitely going to get myself a new phone. And I talked about this a little bit on the other podcast, but Windows Phone, the concept was awesome, but because they didn't put the same juice into it like they did with, their computers or their gaming systems, it just sort of died, like it just became like this, oh God, Windows Phone. Like you realize how limited you were once you really got into using the phone. Like there's no Snapchat, the Vine is terrible, you got to use these off-brand third-party applications, which the main manufacturers of the apps are really pissed off about, so they shut them down like ASAP. I lost my original Snapchat account because of that, and they didn't give it to me back. So boy, definitely need to get myself a new phone. I'm looking at the Nexus 6, because that thing is just freaking amazing. It is fantastically amazing. If I could get it now, I would have gotten it now. That's how awesome it is. So definitely going to get myself a new phone. I want to say goodbye to my Windows Phone, which isn't the bane to my existence, because like I said, the phone did its job for its time, but I can't deal with the fact that it can't have legitimate apps. They want to pump all the money into an Xbox One or Windows 7, 8, 9, whatever you want to call it, but they can't have a decent app store on Windows. Bill Gates, you're slipping. You're slipping. You can build a device to pour water on your head, but you can't have a decent app store. You kill me, Bill. Yes. Last thing on my personal stuff, my Instagram. My Instagram, it's just Brandon. I love my Instagram. I love the people on Instagram. It's very fun, very lighthearted, very cool. My Instagram is one of the few things that I actually want for myself. It's not like a professional thing. I just want it for myself. So if someone tries to advertise my Instagram, I get very, very annoyed. I'll put up a picture and I'll tag it with things like London and basketball or whatever, and someone will be like, hey, nice page. If you need some money, you could actually holler at me and then you can find out how. I'm like, dude, don't do that. If you really wanted to get at me, there's too many ways to get at me. Too many ways to holler at me for you to just, use something like my Instagram to sort of advertise, not just to me, but to other people. If you really wanted the message to get to me, you send it straight to me directly. Anyone who advertises on my Instagram page, you will get blocked and your comment will be deleted. Like, too sweet. It will get straight up. Because I don't play that. If you want to get something to me, get something to me. I don't respect indirectness. Be a man or a woman or be someone with substance or morals or some type of moral standing. If you want to get at me directly. You don't need to, be all finicky about it, because I don't respect that. Not in the slightest. Okay, upcoming events. Oh, God, the Good Guy's Guide to Keep the Girl. Firstly, let me apologize to everyone. because it was supposed to be out by now. The reason it's not out is because there's been major technical difficulties with my camera. My point click or point record device has been big problems with it, and the problem is I ain't got it. So when I do get it back, I'm going to jump quick, fast, in a hurry on my filming, because I've wanted to get this out for too long, and it's just something that sort of is bugging me now. It's like, you really want to do it, but you can't do it. You really want to do it, but you can't do it. And it's like one of those things. So I definitely will get it out as soon as possible. Watch this space. Please stay tuned, because it will definitely come out. I saw a interview with Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj, personal opinion, I love her music. I think that she broke the mold in terms of not coming out as a female artist, dissing guys and sucking up to females and stuff. She came out the gate talking about how ill she was. Then she started dissing other females on how they're not as good as her. Then she started dissing guys. I thought I could get with this chick. Why? Because she is not the norm. I like that. I like the fact that you're not just, this like melding in with the other mass of female artists out there who just bash men to try to get some other females on their side. That's dead. She's definitely one of my favorite artists out there. In this interview, she was on Power 105 with Angie Martinez, who's aged amazingly well, I've got to say. I saw her, and it was like looking at the Ladies' Night video she did back in the day. I was like, damn, Angie, you age well. So it was a good look. But some of the things that were being said in the interview, I just couldn't stand by. I'm like, Nikki, you got my heart and everything, but I just can't stand by some of the stuff you're saying. One of the things she said was the dangers of attachment. Now, in regards to relationships, she was saying that when you're with someone for too long, you can become attached to them. And once you're attached, it's like you need them. And it's not healthy. And I'm like, wait a damn minute. How many things out there as human beings are we realistically attached to? We're attached to air, we're attached to food, we're attached to water, we're attached to our family in terms of loving them, we're attached to our careers. If you got one, you're attached to, the fact that you want to keep your body clean, hygiene. There's so many different things you're attached to. To just say it's not right because you need it, I couldn't stand by that. And in regards to relationship, look here. A relationship should and always should have been something that helps motivate you to make you better. Because in a relationship, it's you and another person. And you two get together and then you make us. So once you two make us, then you guys are working for the benefit of the relationship. So you improve yourself so you can bring more to the relationship. The other person improves himself so they bring more to the relationship. That's how it always should be. And yes, you are attached to each other. Why? Because you keep each other going. When your partner's feeling low, you're there for them. You don't pity them. You support them. You're there for them. You care for them. Why? Because that is your partner. You're attached to them. If they're feeling bad, you're not going to be feeling great. That's the attachment. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't understand that. They jump into a relationship and they forget the whole thing about being responsible, being respectful, being vulnerable, being open. And they're just like, hey, shorty, what's going on? You like my change? I got like 6 change. You like my change? Oh, yeah, I like your change. I like your change. You want to come back to my house? Oh, let me go back to your house. Yeah, let me have some fun. All right, cool. Next morning now. And so me and you, we going to be going out now? Oh, boy. Shorty, I won't even lie to you, you know what I mean? I can't even do it. I'm busy buying chains. I got to go get my 7th chain today, so I can't really do that. And what? You didn't realize brother wasn't really about nothing when the first thing that came out of his mouth was, you like my chains? Just a general personality test, a quick one. Fellas, and I'm looking out for my fellas, if you see a girl, fine, look good, all that, you see her, you talk to her, first question you should ask is, what's your favorite book? If she says, bounce, just leave. Just say, okay, cool. I don't think this will work out. Leave. I'm not saying bounce because she don't read. I'm saying bounce because if a person is a reader, they'll drop a book to you. If they're not a reader, they'll say, really, I don't read books that much. That's it. It won't be a second thought to it. But it's a thing where people look at the physical or the superficial, so much that's all they base their foundation of a relationship on. And listen, the superficial ain't nothing for no foundation, because that crumbles easily. I know many attractive female on the outside that have the ugliest inside. I'm talking about look like precious that have been run through a freaking meat cleaving blender. Just very ugly insides. Why? Because they never felt the need to work on the inside, because the outside looked good. But with the whole attachment thing, look, if you attach to someone and that person makes you do better or makes you feel better or makes you want to work better, stay attached to them. And hopefully you do the same thing for that other person. That's a good attachment. You got good attachments and you got bad attachments. And you should not paint all attachments under the same brush. Why? Because you had a bad experience? Nah. That's like that statement where a girl is like, oh, all guys ain't worth nothing. All guys want is sex. Who told you date every man on the planet? There's over 1 million penises you had inside you. What are you, a human queen bee? Queen bee has like sex with, 40 male drones a day. What are you, man? Too much information. I probably went off track there. But yeah, and another thing she said like the first time she's been single in like 15 years. And I was like, damn. First time you single in 15 years? Like, bro, that's like half of how long I've been alive almost. It's like, that's a long time. And for a female in her position, of her stature, you're going to have a lot of dudes beating the doors down trying to, trying to be the snake, trying to get in her gate. Wait, there's double. No. You're going to have a lot of dudes out there that are really going to put in work to sort of be like that man. And to be real, 15 years is nothing to sleep on. I'm sorry. If I'm with a person for 15 years, I ain't talking about no breakup. I'm talking about fix it up. I want to make it work, because 15 years ain't nothing to sleep on. That's a decade and a half. You've seen like presidents come and go. You've seen political structures change and reform. That's too long to just say, you know what, I don't think I want to change. Unless it's something dangerous, like, they're trying to harm you physically or anything like that. But 15 years, you got to make that work. If anything, do it for the kids that you ain't had yet. Be like a thing where, yeah, moms and dads were tripping, but they fought for the relationship. They've been going on for 20 years. That's the type of relationship I want. You know what I mean? But yeah, so my heart goes out to her, because it's like, that's scary. 15 years in a relationship, then being single, being one of the most sought after females on the planet, you single, boy. The only person feel happy right now is Drake, but just like, Nikki, yeah, Nikki, that you know that you were single again. I want to tell you that my feelings, they go beyond just being friends. I want you to be Miss Drizzy Dre. We can do everything. I can show you Timberlakes. But I'm stupid. I am really dumb. But I really hope that she can either reconcile or find someone that elevates her to a higher status that she was when she was with that dude. I really do. And the last thing that she said that really bugged me, honestly, it was the whole, like she said, not everything bugged me, of course. I mean, certain things I thought she had a lot of sense what she was saying, but I mentioned the things that bugged me because overall, these are the things that, people are going to take from it. And these are the things that people, mostly impressionable girls, are going to take and run with like it's gospel. But she said that fame of the rap game did it. As in the fame of the rap game caused the breakup. Now, I'm a very simple-minded man. And when I say simple-minded, I look at it like this. If I'm in the kitchen with a plate and I drop the plate, I drop the plate. Which is why it hit the ground or it broke. I take responsibility in that respect. So if I'm in a relationship with a female and it breaks up, or it doesn't work out, I can't blame my boys, I can't blame my family, I can't blame my dog, I can't blame my bike, I can't blame my tennis shoes, I can't blame my basketball, I can't blame my career. It falls down to me. It falls down to me. If anything in your life doesn't work, it falls down to you. And that goes in triplicate if you're talking about a relationship. You can't blame external factors. Because if external factors were the reason your relationship broke up, your relationship was not that strong in the first place, meaning you didn't put enough in it to fortify the relationship structure in the first place. Relationships are a building, and you build them from the ground up. If the structure or foundation is strong, it will survive earthquakes, it will survive bombings, it will survive everything. But if that structure ain't strong, a freaking breeze to the east will knock it down. And that's not cool. You know what I mean? Take responsibility. If your relationship mess up, it's because you and that person let it go to crap. That's what goes down. You can't blame the rap game, because the same way how you say like the rap game was the one that, you know, broke you guys up. Well, was it the rap game that, you know, was the rap game the reason you guys didn't talk? Was the rap game the reason you couldn't communicate? Was the rap game the reason that, you know, you felt that distance? No. There's too many ways to keep in touch with someone in this day and age. We're talking about email, Skyping, Snapchat, WhatsApp, I was going to say Tumblr, not Tumblr, stupid. Freaking Viber. There's too many different ways, you know, to keep in contact. Well, Kick. There's too many different reasons, too many different ways, you know, to keep in contact with someone. MSN Messenger. Too many ways. There is no reason. Tango! Oh my God, it really goes on. It goes on. There's too many different ways to keep in contact with someone nowadays. If you want it to work, this is relationships, careers. Hell, this is ownership of pets. If you want it to work, you'll put the work in. If you don't want it to work, you'll come up with all these excuses on why it can't work. And excuses may validate the reason why you're single, but they damn sure won't keep you warm at night. So that's what I got to say about that. But yes. Right, let's move on to the questions, guys. I'm about a half an hour in. All right, so, all right. Hey, it's just Brandon. Love the podcast. Funny. Keep it up. Wanted to know, where did you learn to edit and film for your videos? Okay, I think you're talking about my Daily Boy Productions videos. All right. I didn't learn from anyone in particular. I taught myself. What happened was I was doing my stand-up comedy, and I was supposed to do a showcase, like a stand-up comedy and sketch showcase. I had my editing software, I had my computer, and I brought down my boy at the time, who was my boy, to come by and edit it. And he said, all right, cool, I'll do it. So I give him the footage and everything, and I go jump in the shower to get ready for the show. Now, to be fair, this was really stupid on my part, because I wanted him to edit it on the spot. I didn't know, this is clear that I didn't know what editing was. So I get out the shower, he tells me, yeah, I didn't edit it, and I was like, excuse me? He said I didn't edit it. And he's like, the software that you got isn't good enough to edit. So next show, what we'll do, we'll have a lot better editing software. I'm like, oh, next show, we got a show tonight. So he bailed on me completely. And from that moment, I said, you know what? Bump this. I'm going to film. I'm going to edit. I'm going to do it myself, because I don't ever want to be put in that position where I'm relying on someone else to do. I'm one of those type of dudes. If I can do it myself, I'll do it myself, because I don't like relying on people when it comes to my career in its creative entirety. You know, it's like, that's like my thing. So I really should be able to take responsibility and grab it myself and do it myself. If not, I really didn't want it that much. So yeah, I taught myself how to edit. I taught myself how to film. I went to tutorials on Google. I went to classes and stuff, and it helped me out. But I mean, on the real, it was pretty much me just putting it into it and doing it myself. So yeah, anything that you want to learn, if you can do it yourself, dude, do it yourself. The technology's out here. They got For Dummies books all over the place, whether it's how to freaking hack or how to speak Spanish. There's For Dummies book that teach everything. So if you want to learn something, I definitely advise you to do it yourself. Yes. Next. Hello, IJB. I've been speaking to a guy for a few months and he hasn't made things official with me yet. Is he waiting for the right moment, or is he scared to ask me? Okay. Guys are not very complicated. Guys are very simple creatures. If he wanted to ask you out, he would ask you out, regardless on fear or whatever. If it was fear, you'd know, because he'd be like trying to hey, I was just thinking maybe possibly me and you, and then like me and you, me and you, what? Oh, don't worry about it. Something like that. He would hint. But if there's no hints, no signs, he ain't waiting for no right moment, and he damn sure ain't scared. He's just not going to ask you. And if it's something that really plays on your mind, I really would suggest, and this is no joke, you ask him to go out. Yeah, say I want you to be my boyfriend, and do it and see what he says. That way you can eliminate any type of speculations. Like, you'll know if he is the guy, or you'll know if he is not the guy. You'll know without a shadow of a doubt. So I would definitely say ask him, but you got to be careful, because if you keep waiting, you could find yourself being his side chick, literally just on retainer for whenever he wants, a little bit of knocking boots. So you gotta watch out for that. Like, ladies can find themselves in victim positions because they want to play this whole I don't want to be the first person to ask thing. But by doing that, a lot of guys have made games that literally make that rule a necessity. So since you don't want to ask, there's no pressure on him to ask, and you could keep saying like, oh well, I wanted us to get closer. If you wanted to get closer, you would have said it yourself. Sounds cold, but ladies, if you want to buy some shoes, you don't wait for the guy to buy you the shoes you want. No, you buy them yourself, If you want that guy, if you want it to move in a direction, you tell him that you want it to move in a direction and you initiate that. That shows that you want that. But if you hang back, you can find yourself hanging back for a long time until the day comes where he drops you and he does get with that chick that he really likes, and you will have just wasted your time waiting for nothing. And I don't think that's cool for anyone. So if you really want it, go for it. Talk to him. Say that you want to do it. And if he says no, or he hits you with the, you may just need to bounce. So there you go. Next question. Hey, Brandon. I've always been intimidated by females. I can't even approach a girl out of fear of being rejected. Rejection. What can I do to get over this issue? Okay, you need to get rejected. You should not fear rejection. Rejection is a part of every man's life. I got given this advice by my cousin. He was like, write your name on 10 pieces of paper. Your name and your number on 10 pieces of paper. Go out, talk to girls, and just give it to them. It doesn't matter if you call them. It doesn't matter if they call you back. It's the fact that you're actively engaging with random females that you don't know. It'll lessen that blow of the whole not interested, because a lot of guys in the very beginning of talking to girls, that rejection like a knife to the heart, son. It's like, hi. Because the thing is, you're scared of girls. You're terrified. You don't know what to expect. So you walk up to them, you get your freaking balls in your hand, you walk up to them, you pop your chest up, you breathe in, your heart's pounding, and you go, hi, my name is, no, I'm not interested. Bow! Shot down. All of your preparation, all of your getting your courage in your hand, shot in less than a second by her phrase of I'm not interested. But the more you get rejected, the less it matters, the less you'll care, the less it'll affect you. So you really just need to go out there and just start talking to as many females as possible. Get rejected, laugh it off. Get rejected, laugh it off. Eventually you're going to get to a girl that won't reject you. And then you're like, is it? You want to holler at your boys? But you definitely need to get out there and don't fear rejection, because that's something that a lot of girls do. Girls, it goes back to the other thing I was saying. If you fear rejection, you're going to find yourself in a very awkward place, because you leave yourself at the mercy of others. Like, you don't want to advance and take, charge. You don't want to advance and, do what you need to do to be assertive. So you're at the mercy of the other person. And that's never nice, because it's like leaving your fate in someone else's hands. So don't be afraid. Get out there and even just be silly with it. There's this technique that I did actually use when I used to talk to girls. It's a thing where it's like you just walk up to, like, let's say you're at McDonald's, you're standing in line, just stand right next to them and just go, give me number 5, but make sure it's like large and no cheese. They'll look at you like you're crazy, or they'll laugh. Either way, your next reply is, don't worry, I got you next time we go out. And then she'll either say nothing or who said we were going out. You've already started talking to her. You've won. It doesn't matter if anything goes after that. It doesn't matter if it goes anywhere after that. Only thing that matters is that you talked to her. You knocked it down. You did what you had to do. She can reject you if she wants. That don't matter. You've talked to a female. And I say, don't empower females. Yeah, they can say they're not interested. Don't empower that. If they say they're not interested, move on to the next one. It's her freaking loss. A lot of females do not know the nerves. That it takes to go and randomly, coldly talk up to someone that you have no idea how their day is, what they're thinking, if their family members are still alive. You don't know any of that. You're just going in there, shorty, what your name is? Can I get your number? Can I get your... No, you're going up there cold, just saying, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Can we talk? And it's nerve-wracking, It is very nerve-wracking. So the ones that don't give you the time of day is their loss. The ones that do, see where it goes, but keep talking to females randomly until the rejection thing reaches like a minimal level, because getting rejected by a girl when you first talk to her is actually the best thing. When it gets bad is like when you're talking to them for like a couple weeks and the next you know they drop, yeah, I'm not really interested. Bruh, that rejection starts to sting. Because you're like, but what the fuck? We went out and we dated and I paid for all this stuff and what's going on? All of a sudden not interested. Bruh, you're going to experience it. But I say it now, talk, get rejected, do what you need to, lessen that load, lessen that impact, and you will be a better person for it moving forward in the future. That's all my questions for this week, people. I hope you guys have enjoyed the podcast. My first 40-minute podcast. Feeling good, feeling great. Gonna get food because it's too late. Nah, I'm feeling freaking awesome. I'm gonna eat some food after this. Before I go, I want to say thank you guys for all the support you've sent the podcast. For all of you guys on iTunes that are downloading, listening to this, thank you guys so much. Those who've been sharing it with your friends, thank you also. I appreciate all the effort that you guys are giving me, and I'm definitely gonna load up some more of my stand-ups so you guys can see it. Thank you for all the love, for all the support. Any questions, any comments, send them all to the email at rjbpc@outlook.com. And yeah, so I look forward to hearing from you guys. God bless. Have a very good week. And remember, I have nothing to fill that with. Nothing at all.